Good morning. This is the day the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. I am Pastor Marianne Kellenbach, pastor at Living Faith Church, which is located in the Community of Tradition in Port St. Lucie, Florida. And today is Friday, June the 18th in the year 2021. We're wrapping up. We are on day 7 of the first creation story that is found in all of chapter 1 in the book of Genesis, beginning, and a portion of chapter 2, usually chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. So we're continuing on with the last day, the 7th day, the day that God rested. So I want you to hear, I'm going to continue on with reading from Genesis chapter 2, and I'm going to include verse 3. But we're going to start at verse 1, chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all their multitude. And on the 7th day God finished the work that God had done, and God rested on the 7th day from all the work that God had done. So God blessed the 7th day and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all the work that God had done in creation. Hallowed, holy, to be made holy. And why is it that God made this day holy? God made it holy because God rested on this day from all the work that God has done. So in the devotion that I put out yesterday, well, it's a holy day. And God made it holy because God rested. Now, if that isn't a reason for us to consider taking that break that even God had taken, then I really don't know what else is. Oh, wait, I do know what else is. We're commanded to do this. We are commanded because, oh my gosh, does God not know us so well? When God freed God's people, the Hebrews, from slavery in Egypt, they did wander in the desert. They wandered actually for 40 years. There's a reason behind that, but we'll cover that some other time. But while they were in the desert, you see, God's people did not know how to be a people. They had been slaves. They had been enslaved. They completely forgot how to be children of God. And so God gave a list of rules or instructions, or this is how my people are to behave. We call those the 10 commandments, the 10 rules, the first 3 of which focus on that we are to worship and to love God and to have no other gods. Those are the first 3 because we were created to worship. And so God wants to make sure we're worshiping the right person, that we're not even worshiping ourselves, because we can tend to do that. And then the second 4 through 10 is the total focus on the other and how we are to behave. One of the things that we are told to do is to take a day of rest. Listen to this version or the translation that comes from the Message. It's from Exodus chapter 20, verses 10 and 11. 8 through 11. Observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Work 6 days and do everything you need to do. But the 7th day is a Sabbath to God, your God. Don't do any work, not you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your servant, nor your maid, nor your animals, not even the foreign guest visiting in your town. For in 6 days God made heaven, earth, and sea, and everything in them. God rested on the 7th day. Therefore, God blessed the Sabbath day. God set it apart as a holy day. See, we're to observe the Sabbath, to keep it holy. It's already holy. God blessed it as holy. And we are called to keep that day to rest, to focus on God and who God is and what God has given to us. We're not to work, but it's not even us. The Sabbath doesn't even, it's wonderful that it's about us, but we tend to say, I'm good. I could just keep going till I drop. I'm fine. I got all this energy. No, God does this for the sake of the other, for the sake of our sons, for the sake of our children, for the sake of those who work for us or with us. But I'm going to say here specifically is those who work for us. Even the animals are to be given a day of rest. You see, God extends it because God knows how we are. And God extends this so that all are given a day of much needed rest. So if we're not smart enough or not focused enough to do this for ourselves because God did this, then we're commanded to do it, not only for ourselves, but also for the sake of that which God has created. Even those foreigners are to have this day of rest. God made the day holy. We are called to keep the day holy, the day called the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for you. The Sabbath was made for me. The Sabbath was made for all of creation. On this day, dwell on what it means to take that Sabbath day, to rest from everything, even, it says further, it's even about, I don't care if it's plowing time, you are to take the rest. I don't care if it's harvest time, God says, you are to take the rest. God doesn't care because God provides, meaning God doesn't care what we consider to be busy, or I have to do this because it's harvest time, or I have to do this, or I'm not going to make any money. God says, I provide everything. This requires that you trust me. Do you trust me that you are able to take one day of rest as I have called you to do? On this day, think about that and continue to figure out what day it is that you will live in the Sabbath day of rest. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Blessings.